which is why priests had to be celibate so they would not be contaminated with romance and never catch narcissism. It kept them immune. So they depicted Christ as a single virgin while making him the archetype, even though he was married to a prostitute. This is fucking dirty. There are two pieces to narcissism: romance and narcissism. This is the time where I sat back and I say, does anyone else notice how Greek and Roman these words are? I'm going to say again, because I need to say it. If anything happens to me, my children, my family, my network's network, you know I'm right. That's like the solid stamp of boom. Yep, she's right. So I have been studying something that I refer to as toxic romanticism for about 2 years now. It became my little pet project back in 2021 when I coined the phrase toxic romanticism. My partner and I did a lot of work back then, analyzing it, discussing it. We came up with a creed that was separate from it. It is the creed that, to this day, Annaland is built on. It is what my doctrine is built on, which I don't share with anyone unless they are trying to get into a relationship with me. And it's private to protect myself. It is also 100% foolproof. And it filters out romance, relationships, toxic romanticism, and narcissism. So I already have a love doctrine, a relationship doctrine that's completely purified, and I live by it to protect me. When I was healing and I was trying to rid myself of borderline and completely removing it, I was really downgrading the level of narcissism from almost maximum down to 0. 2 days ago, I manifested the cure for narcissism. I realized that one of my case studies had it. And one of my creeds is I do not work with narcissists because I did not want to be contaminated by it. I live in a world that's free of it. And suddenly I had one among my near me. And my immediate thought was, sever all ties, push her away, run away. But then my gorgeous little brain said, this is an opportunity to study this thing up close and personal. And then I said to myself, self, can you do it? And I said, let's manifest this shit. That's how I've done all of this. Manifest the cure to codependency, manifest the cure to all of it. Codependency is the early stages of narcissism. And I said, okay, I will cure narcissism. That was on the 13th of December. And yesterday, on the 14th of December, I was able to write down an entire article outlining what Socrates did, how he invented this nasty creation, why, how, and why I believe that it was invented and created, how narcissism 100% contradicts everything inside of the subconscious mind, Darwinism, evolution, all of our bodies and brains. It defies evolution. Mental illness defies evolution. That, to me, is what I call a red flag. It's a self-destruct button. Why in the fuck would nature create a self-destruct button inside of our brains? I will tell you why, as I said in my article the other day. Because nature would never create a self-destruct button. You know who creates self-destruct buttons? Military. And you know what military do? They hire geniuses to create weapons of warfare. So here we are. It's 300 BC. And they need a war weapon. What's the genius of the day? We had Einstein. What did they have? They had Socrates. So they approached Socrates and they said, hey, we need a war weapon. 60 years later, at 18 years old, Alexander the Great secured all of the Roman Empire. Now, how the fuck do you think he did that? Isn't that interesting? Narcissism is how he did it. The thing that I couldn't help but notice was that there are only mental illnesses in the first three perspectives, not the fourth or fifth or sixth, nothing after that, just the first three. That is mathematically too perfect and precise. Usually, no, there is no usually. In every single case, when it's left up to nature, it's a stagger, it's a process, it's an evolution, it's a change, but not here. It is a cut and dry 1, 2, 3. Way too precise. Nature doesn't do that. Nature does not do that. Nature does everything with gradient. Nature works with gradient. That's nature. But when it's precise like this, crystal clear, 1, 2, 3, oh, that's man-made all over it. Because nature is gradient. Nature loves all the spectrum. And here I am on the 15th of December. I was able to remove one of those nasty things in my head, a logical fallacy, which shook this one loose, that's made me go, oh my God, I can see it now. Which just confirms that when you become educated, it frees you. Ignorance is slavery. And those crafty dipshits say ignorance is bliss. Don't think we're at war yet? I wrote that article yesterday, and it unlocked my mind. It freed me. It literally corrected the logical fallacy inside of my mind after I wrote that article. So here I am now, less than 24 hours later, actually almost precisely 24 hours later, going, oh, holy shit. And now I'm free. And now I'm putting the rest of it together because I understand. And now everything makes sense. I am hoping, I believe that all people have to do is read these 3 articles. And it should cure you. I might not have to write anything. I mean, I'm going to because it'll be fun. But this should do it. This should be everything we need. I really hope. I really do hope. Let me know if it works. And if not, I'm going to keep working at it. But let me know if it works.